can explain this to the blind. May you wake up from inside, see the truth through the third eye. Let your heart be your guide, light up the way. Let your heart be your guide. Free from your pain, it ain't a mistake, cause you choose your fate.
Hi guys, I hope you're having an amazing, beautiful, positive day. I'm sending you so much love and so much peaceful, balanced energy. It's Misha with Feels with Meesh. If you guys are interested in hearing more of my content, I do have a podcast. You can search Feels with Meesh on Google. You can go to my website, feelswithmeesh.com. For those of you that want to book a one-on-one session with me, you can do that at booking@feelswithmeesh.com. So today's conversation is a controversial topic. I know that not everybody's going to agree with this message, and that's fine because I believe that certain souls came here to stir up the pot and give a different perspective on things and start a conversation. And this conversation has many layers to it. It's the topic of ADD and ADHD and why I don't believe in ADD or ADHD. I don't believe in the medications that they put people on, and especially children. I don't believe that children should be put on these type of medications. Again, this is a controversial topic, and I know that a lot of you are not going to agree with me, but there are a lot of people that are going to agree with me. Before I get into this conversation, I am not a medical doctor. I'm not giving any medical advice. I'm simply just expressing an opinion that I have based on my own childhood experience with, inability to focus, an inability to sit still, an inability to retain information, which is a lot of the reasons why these kids get put on these medications. For all those reasons that I listed, I would have been the perfect candidate for these medications. And throughout my life, I was a very anxious person, and that stemmed from deep-rooted PTSD and trauma that I experienced from childhood things, right? And because of that, I was a super hypersensitive child, and my body was always on overdrive. I was constantly in fight or flight, and there was a very anxious energy about me, and there was no peace in my life because of this. And because I felt no peace, I could not sit and focus and retain information. Because you see, a calm mind is a focused mind. I'm going to say that again. A calm mind is a focused mind. Sitting to learn how to read or retain that information was very difficult for me. And I was put in a lot of slow learners classes. And, I just remember feeling so inadequate, so down on myself, like I was so dumb. I just couldn't get anything right. And because of this, I held a very deep rooted wound of unworthiness that I, to this day, am still working to heal. I mean, I've done much work on myself, but, with these feelings of inadequacy, you go through your life in victim consciousness, letting life happen to you. And if you guys heard my last podcast, I talk about victim consciousness on there and how we go through life seeing life from a lens of victimhood and letting life happen to us instead of realizing the power that we have in letting life happen through us and for our highest good. And so without that awareness of myself, I could not focus. I couldn't even read till I was about 13, 14. And you would never know this now, how much I struggled as a child. I would have been the perfect candidate for ADHD medications. And I'm so grateful that my parents did not put me on the medication. I had a loving household that was able to put me in an environment where I could release some of that extra energy that I was holding on to. All these kids that are put on these medications, they have extra energy that's pent up inside of their body. And they're being forced to sit and focus when they have an inability to focus based on the energy that's pulsating through their bodies. And I was one of those kids, so I understand that, what it feels like. The other thing that we're seeing is it's a diet problem. And I see this very strongly because there's so much sugar in our food and all the chemicals that they use in the food, and it's altering the chemistry in our bodies. And how do you send a child to school that has sugar in their body and then expect them to focus in class? And when they can't focus, they're a problem. And to fix the problem is a quick solution. Put them on drugs, right? And this is another reason that I really highly disagree with the drugs, because I think that there's so many reasons as to why kids cannot focus these days. Another reason is that children are constantly stimulated from the time they wake up to the time they go to bed. There's a tablet in front of their faces. You know, I see all these children with tablets right in front of their faces. And I don't have kids yet, but I know and I feel that there is going to be really terrible, long-lasting effects from these tablets and constantly being stimulated, constantly needing stimulation, constantly having things in front of our faces. There's no calm. There is no calm. How do you expect a child that's sitting in front of a TV and video games and a tablet to go to school and then sit and focus in a class and retain information when that's really the last thing that their brain wants to do? Their brain is programmed to be stimulated a certain type of way, and then you're trying to bring them into a space where they need to focus and retain information. This simply cannot happen, because a calm mind is a focused mind. And I think this is the most important message that you can take from this. A calm mind is a focused mind. Now, what people don't understand is the power of breathing and feeling your body and being present in the body. Kids that are hypersensitive or they have a really hard time focusing, they are not present in their body. They don't know what that feels like. I remember I didn't even learn what it felt to be present in my body until till I turned 30. I'm 33 now. So it was a process to get here. And when you are unaware of yourself, then you are letting things trigger you and pull you out of alignment, pull you out of your energy and manipulate you in your life. And so people don't have the awareness of that. And so they put these kids on medication because they would rather just put a Band-Aid on the problem rather than going to the root cause and changing things from within. I didn't have that type of guidance in my life. I had to discover this on my own. But looking back on my life, now that I have found the peace and have a sense of awareness, I can look back and connect all the dots in my life and see how I ended up in many situations in my life where the root cause and the stem of it all came from my childhood trauma and the anxiety that I had pulsating through my body throughout my entire life, right? And let me tell you, I am so grateful that I don't have this dependency on medication because of my inability to focus as a child. If people knew that it just takes patience and understanding and being able to level with the child and help them, empower them, help them feel into their body, help them know how powerful they are and that they are smart, they're brilliant, they're talented at so many things. And instead of shaming them for not being able to focus in one area, and again, the root cause as to why they can't focus, going to that root cause, and that would eliminate the medication for ADD and ADHD altogether. I see it no other way. I know people in their 30s that have been taking these medications for years, and they have this dependency on it, when really they just are putting a Band-Aid on the root problems as to why they can't sit and focus. A calm mind is a focused mind. Most of the world doesn't live in peace. Most of this world. And so I can understand the deeper reasoning as to why kids aren't taught calm. They're not taught to be calm. They're not taught meditation. They're not taught to be present in their body, because the people that are raising them or helping them or guiding them in the life aren't in these energies themselves. And so how do we expect people to understand or know when the first thing they're going to do is go to a doctor and have a doctor prescribe them something that's just going to mask from deeper rooted issues? And I know that this isn't something that everybody's going to agree on, but I see things so differently. I don't believe in the antidepressants. I don't believe in those. I believe that we are missing our connection to the divine. And when you are tapped into the source energy, you don't feel depressed. There's a process of healing that brings you into that deep part of your pain, but you come out on the other side. And when you come out on the other side, you are more aligned with yourself and your purpose, and you're more aligned with the divine. And that's the medicine that we're missing in this country. That's the medicine that people are missing, is their connection to the divine. And when you're connected to the divine, you're connected to yourself, you're connected to your soul. And it really is just the medicine that people need to go within and find the peace and find the calm, and to teach these children how to be present in their body so that they can be focused. What are you ingesting in your life? How are you keeping the peace in your life? Are you becoming the best version of yourself by removing certain things in your life that are keeping you distracted? And when you finally do that and you feel this sense of calm, you realize how your whole life has been keeping you all these distractions, all these things, all this stimulation, these drugs and these alcohols and all these extra added things are just there keeping you from the calm. And let me tell you, the calm is the most addicting thing that you will find. Peace is the most addicting thing that you will ever find in your life. You will focus in your life. You will have purpose in your life. And a calm mind is a focused mind. And it will bring you to places that you never thought that you could go to. And it will bring you places that you would have never been able to go through, having been dependent on certain things and being addicted to the stimulation that we are being exposed to in this world today. If you guys haven't already done it, you can like, share, and subscribe for more videos. I'll be posting videos every week and a podcast every week. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I hope you have an amazing, beautiful, positive day, because you deserve it.